the starting quarterback last year in the Sunbowl as well. Had a couple big pickups on the ground and even a couple through the air. So we'll see what she can engineer here on 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I know we always said if she keeps it, just don't let her outside. Don't let her up and she'll be gone. Again, she's going to the sideline and...
She's going to throw it, though. It is just broken up by number 8 on the Ravens.
That is Chrissy Torres, the safety.
Great breakup, great read. It was a bit of a quarterback option at that point. I think Riley either could have kept it or thrown it, and she opted for the throw just beyond her receiver, and really a great breakup by Chrissy.
Yeah, I don't know if that was designed, a design rollout, or if she decided to run and then saw it last minute, but
I think we've got a
Ravens almost there. Yeah, that is
down right now.
It's Dougie, the other Riley Douglas.
Fresh off scoring the touchdown, she plays both ways. Must be a very impactful player for the Ravens.
She is, but she's also, I don't think, 100%. So, but this is a final, and it doesn't matter if she is broken. She will go until she can't.
She's a tough cookie. She's walking it off. So the Bears will start again now. 3rd and 8 after that incomplete pass, broken up by Chrissy. We'll see what the Bears do here. Got to advance the ball. On 4th down, you do have the option to punt or go for it, so this could be 2-down territory early in the game. Got a couple receivers out to her right. Takes snap, looking at the option left. She just gives a little toss sweep to her running back, number 88, who plows through the first tackle, but then is brought down cold by about 3 Ravens.
Yeah, held up.
Still hasn't gone down.
It's an interesting play call to come over to the left, because if you saw pre-snap, the Ravens literally had 3 people outside on that left-hand side, so you pretty much ran to their strength. So if they've got 3 people on this outside, it means there's going to be huge gaps elsewhere on the field. So if they can pick that up.
Well, that's number 88, Delnita. She's been proven to be a load, but Riley's going to punt it away. Oh, she's going to keep it. She's going to go for the corner. She's got the first down for the Bears.
Yeah, again, I don't know if that's... I don't think it was designed. I think it was meant to be a punt, but she just saw green, and I don't know. Went, hey, it's 4:20. Let's go for green.
Good read by Riley on the keeper. And I think we just had a timeout from the Ravens as well. They're looking to recenter after that 4th down missed opportunity.
I think
what the Bears can do on this 1st and 10. Riley takes a snap and keeps it. It was a fake handoff. See if she can get outside, get some positive yardage, finds a lane, picks up 6 on 1st down.
That was an excellent read by Riley. Correct decision.
That was just the fake to Delnita Anekitashi, who was her first year basically playing in leagues. She's only been in Australia for a couple of years, but really sold that fake really well. Good job by Riley to roll out to the left and get some positive yardage. Now we got a 2nd and 4 for the Bears.
Okay, so you can see on the defense, there's 3 outside on the right-hand side. So we'll see if they run to the left or play to the left.
She rolls out to the right. She's got the option to throw. She's going to throw it, and it's caught by Delnita. Huge play, 20 yards downfield. First down for the Bears on the 20. They are on the march.
Yeah, she focused and got the ball in. That was the main thing. Couldn't get the turn on time, but she got the completion. Step 1.
It looked like she had the option there too, Gerard, that she could have kept running with that ball, but saw an opening and obviously hit Delnita for a big gain.
Yeah, no, another great decision by Riley. She's showing a lot of improvement in her 2nd year as quarterback.
Pitches it out to number 88, Delnita, who plows through the first tackle once again, but gets absolutely leveled as she goes out of bounds. Good tackle there. Is that Chrissy Torres as well in the tackle?
If Dell came down, it would have been Chrissy, because she's the only person that takes legs, which the defense is going to have to. We've seen Dell run the ball all season, and she runs high, she runs loose, but she runs hard. And if you don't take her legs and stop her legs, she's just going to run over you. I've seen her run through about 3 or 4 players just in one.
So you got twins to the left for the Bears on the 2nd and 7, I would say, from about the 19-yard line. Motion.
I don't know what that was.
It was a fake, and then Dell still takes the toss and cuts back upfield, finds some space, Once again, brought down by a few Ravens. It might take more than one tackler to bring her down tonight the way she's running.
Yeah, it was a good hard run, but they actually got her down without getting too much yards after the hit.
That was number 52, Ashley Powell, making the main hit to bring down Dell. We'll bring up about a 3rd and 3.5 from just around the 14-yard line of that Ravens defense. We'll see what the Bears can do.
So they're definitely not punting, so 2 more downs.
Definitely 4-down territory. Riley takes it and hands right up the gut to Dell. She takes a big hit but keeps on moving for positive yardage. She absolutely ran over number 48 on the defense. Sorry,
yeah.
I think that's number 98. Apologies. Sorry, Jaru. A fresh import from China. She's one of the meanest tacklers in the game, and she needed to bring everything that she could to try to bring down Dell in that play.
Yeah, but Dell put some tariffs on that one.
So we got a 1st and 8 now from the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bears. What can Riley do? Takes a snap. Looking. She might have to throw it to get rid of it. Over the head of any of her receivers. Probably a good decision to get that ball away. There was really a lot of pressure from the Ravens.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. I don't know if she threw it away or if she was expecting someone at the back post, but no one was running that way.
Now, last year in the Sunbowl, the Ravens' defensive line really got a lot of pressure on Riley, and I think they might need to maintain that if they're going to stay ahead. Don't you think, Gerard?
Yeah, our game plan was not to, like what the Bears done in that very first play. They went down too hard. Like, you want to set the edge and then contain, and that was what we were trying to do with Riley. As soon as we saw that she definitely got the ball, get down and pressure.
Hand it off to Dell once again. Big hit by the defensive lineman. Was that Alex Aarons?
It looks like Cookie. Alice.
I think that's number 9 again. I think that's, that's Ayla Cook. Cookie.
Ayla Cook.
2-time previous champ of the Ravens, played on the Outback Leagues, and she brought all that toughness to try to get Dell for what was really only a 2-yard gain.
Last time she played in the Sunbowl, 2018, she was game MVP.
There you go. Experience in the big game. Riley's going to keep it this time. See if she can get to the outside. Brought down by the Ravens for a loss.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted. They were in good field position, so now it's 4th and long.
From the 11-yard line. Definitely didn't want to take negative yardage there. It's going to have to be a big play if the Bears are going to capitalize here.
Going to see Kelly, our head coach, get some advice. What play are we running? Touchdown play is probably what she's called. Let's see if they can execute.
And that's Kelly Hopkins, who had a big game in the Sun Bowl last year, but hurt her ACL in the 3rd quarter trying to make a tackle on Riley Douglas, and is now on coaching duties. And
was the first female coach of a state team. Was that this year? No, last year. It's only February.
All right, timeout Bears. I think they want to talk about it. We got a big play here on 4th and 11 from the 11-yard line. They have to get it in the end zone on this play, or else it's going to be a turnover on downs.
So it gives us time to chat. Like, this is the 10th Sunbowl, women's Sunbowl, 40th of the men earlier on. But this is the 10th Sunbowl for the women. First game of the women's was in the 24th of August, 2012. One player is still playing that actually was in the winning team. That was Christy Moran.
Ooh.
She was played for the Jets that year, who won the very first Sunbowl, and she has let me announce it, but this is actually Chrissy Moran's very last game of football.
Oh,
she is
wow.
retiring at the end of this game.
Well, she was just named to the all-decade team. She's had quite a career. And now we'll see if she can go out with a bang. Big play here for the Bears, though. Riley's taking to the right. She's going to find an edge. She's got a lane. Can she get to the outside and get to the corner? She does! Touchdown, Bears!
That was a very good play design. There was a motion, and I don't think I can't believe I forgot the name. Ravens. The Ravens did. No one moved. No one adjusted to the motion, and they end up having extra blockers on that side.
That was number 92, Kayla Alsop, who this is her first year playing football, and she was the lead blocker in that play. Really cleared some space out for Riley, who then just took it, found that extra set of wheels, like you said, she can do when she gets to the outside. And
yeah, she tries to get to the sideline, and then she'll run up the sideline, and you need to just make sure she doesn't get there.
Now she hands it off to Dell. Dell gets in for the 2. tie ball game.
So this is a much closer game than last Sunbowl, so it's great for us watching. And I think also, I'm pretty sure, if I'm wrong, find me after and hit me, but I'm pretty sure she got MVP in the game last week against the Rays in the semi-final.
Oh, fantastic. She's a soccer player and really brought all of that aggression and skill, nifty footwork in order to get out and be a lead blocker for Riley on that touchdown. So that's the equalizer. We've got 8-all here in the first quarter of the Sunbowl. Both teams on their first drive have managed to score. We'll see what Grace and the Ravens can do to respond. Sends a player in motion, and it's a handoff. It's a jet sweep on the left side. She broke her first tackle. She's got to keep going. 20, 30, down to the 23-yard line. Huge play from number 10, Sienna Turnbull.
She's a rookie this year, first season. She's actually an AFL player, and she coaches AFL at a school. Very athletic, great hands, and amazing wheels. She is fast.
She showed all of that on that last play, Gerard.
But we're seeing the Bears need to fix their defense. That's 2 huge plays because everyone is overcommitting or someone is not taking a gap.
We'll see if the Ravens can continue to take advantage by punching away on the ground. Grace now from the shotgun. Handoff's rolling back, who is absolutely leveled by number 73 on the Bears. That is Brody Gilbert. She's a former rugby player, first year playing gridiron, and she brought the heat on that tackle to stop the Ravens for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, that was a lot better by the D-line. They just blew T off the line back into the backfield, forcing her up the middle, and it was just like, all right, you want us to contain our gap? Don't run in this gap.
That was pretty effective. We'll see what Grace can do on 2nd and 12 here. Sends receiver in motion. It's Sienna again. She's going to keep it going along the right side. Can she get to the outside? Finds the lane. Good lead block by number 21. She gets, I think, about 10 on that play.
5, 6.
Yeah, that was number 21-2, B. Clement, who really provided a good lead block out there on the outside. Let Grace find some space. It's going to break up a 3rd and about 4 for the Ravens now, driving once again.
Yeah, they decided to fake the jet that time, see if they could draw them in. And it was an interesting play design, but got 7 yards.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, let's see if they keep coming back to these motions.
Grace from the gun.
Oh,
a little confusion in the
miscommunication.
backfield, but Sienna gets it and still managed to find a lane and get some positive yardage. I think enough for a first down.
Yeah, she turned upfield and just kept her legs moving.
Excellent second effort to get that. The Bears had Sienna in the backfield. It looked like there was a little bit of confusion there between the quarterback and the running back handoff.
Yeah, Gracie almost got her first tackle of the game, but Sienna managed to evade her. So they'll probably discuss that, find out what went wrong.
Either way, they get a fresh set of downs, do the Ravens, from
If they
just inside
snap the ball, there's 9 seconds left on the clock.
She's got to hustle. 2, 1, can she get it off? I think she does. Grace is going to keep it, though. Oh, and she cuts back to the left side. Can she find a hole? She gets to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd tackle, and I think she picked up just enough for the first down there.
Yeah, it's either just before or she got over. That was an interesting play. It looked like it was meant to be a speed option, but as soon as Grace got the ball, she tucked it. Like, there was no option. She was like, this is mine.
She's keeping it. She got that play off just before the clock hit 0 at the end of the first quarter. And it will leave the Ravens with a 2nd and very short from about the 5.5-yard line on the other end of the field at the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, so first quarter, 8-all. Who had that on the sports press again?
On the bingo card? Well, we knew that this was going to be competitive. Both teams clearly motivated after last year's Sunbowl and then earlier this year the matchup, which didn't go the Ravens' way. So really competitive game thus far.
Yeah, well, you kind of feel bad for the Bears. The Bears played their first game against the Raptors and then had the next 3 games called off. The Ravens forfeited because they had too many injuries from the first game. Then the Rays forfeited, and then the game was washed out. So they had 3 games called off, and like game time it's valuable experience.
It is. But you could say
you can't simulate it.
You could say they're healthier and fresher maybe as a result, Gerard.
I saw them last week and they actually looked really well drilled. So it'd be interesting to hear if they actually kept coming to training, because it would be hard to get disheartened.
Sienna's going to take it around and an end around. Can she get to the corner? Yes, she can. Touchdown, Ravens.
Yeah, again, the corner kind of done the job for the blocker, just took herself too deep downfield, and Sienna was like, all right, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it.
She went in motion, took the jet sweep, had a little bit of hesitation to get to the outside, and then just managed to find that corner. Good read by Sienna. We'll see if the Ravens go for 2 here. Looks like they're lining up for it. They got Twins receivers on the right.
Yeah, they'll definitely be running to the right because they're overloaded on the left here, so there's lots of holes to the right.
And Grace is going to keep it. Can she get to the outside? Can she find a lane? She made one tackler miss. Now she's going to cut back to the other way, but she gets brought down by 2 Bears. 2-point conversion unsuccessful. Looks like the Bears really got into the backfield there pretty quickly. Yeah,
they also had an overload on this side. Like, I did tell Gracie, I was like, before you even look, just count the numbers. There's 8 on a side. If you count one side and there's more than 4, it means there's less than 4 on the other side. And she ran to the side with the most numbers.
She was getting aggressive, going for 2 on that one. It looks like.
If that the backside pursuit wasn't there, she could have cut back and ran all the way down. So it was good for the defender and the Bears to actually stick to her job and
kept that contained.
Contain on the backside.
And now the Bears will have a chance to respond. We've got 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Scored on their first possession and got the 2-point conversion. Ravens scored on their first 2 possessions now. We'll see if the Bears can respond. Riley's going to keep it on the right side. No, she's going to throw it into traffic just over the head of Dell. Going to bring up a 2nd and long.
Yeah, it seems to be their game plan is just, I don't know if it's an RPO, a run-pass option, or if it's just roll-out passes, but yeah, it's just get Riley to the edge and try and get a pass off or run if there's space. I don't know if that's the design or if that's just the way it's happening, but...
See if she can find space. And my apologies, that was number 98, Celine Tassi Maka, who she was trying to target there. First year in on the Bears, even first year playing gridiron. Well, Riley's going to keep it. She makes a fake, cuts back. Can she find a lane on the right side? See if she can get to the outside. Manages to pick up yardage, keeps her feet in bounds. She keeps going. Huge play by Riley Hodgson.
Chased down by Cookie. Good effort for D. Lyman to chase her down because Riley's got wheels. But
she doesn't make that shoestring tackle. I think she's gone.
Yeah. The rookie, though, Dell, as soon as the ball went the other way, the game was over for her. And I was like, watch tape and learn.
Well, Riley kept going, and she kept her feet in bounds. It was a really impressive toe-tapping job to make sure she didn't go out of bounds and probably gain another 15 yards.
Yeah, I think if she wasn't off balance toe-tapping, she would have actually got into stride, and I don't think Cookie would have caught her. I think it was the toe-tapping, trying to stay in, that slowed her down.
Option pitch to Dell, who gets brought down. Shoestring tackle once again. Might have even tripped up a little bit. Good job by number 1 on the Ravens, which is Kyra Potts. Ooh.
She might have twisted her ankle.
Now Dell is down.
Turf monster.
It has felled many an impressive back over the years. We'll keep you updated on what happens with Dell. Everyone's taking a knee. Very good sportsmanship being shown.
That is one of the 2 players that you don't want to go down on the Bears team.
She's been such an effective runner in the first quarter thus far. She had some really, really powerful runs up the middle, did a little bit of blocking as well, and I think was even targeted on one of Riley's passes.
I think she's been targeted on pass. I don't know if she's got one yet. I can't remember who it was that got that big one over the top, but she's definitely been out there. But, yeah, they count on her to get the hard yards.
We'll see. She is standing up under her own power.
She can't go back in.
She'll have to take at least one play off.
But at least she's keen to get back in.
That's a good sign. Must not be too serious. Might have just caught a turf toe or something. Either way, brings up 2nd and 8 for the Bears after that big run by Riley Hodgson. Got a new running back in the backfield.
So without Dell in, I'm assuming this is probably going to be a pass play.
That's Melissa Tofiti in the backfield. Absolutely right, but Riley's going to keep it. Can she get out of space? Get out of trouble? She's being brought down very aggressively by number 90. Good pressure by Isla Cook there, staying in her lane. Riley didn't have a lot that she could work with there. Trying to make something out of
It was,
nothing.
again, like they just kind of need to play a little bit more to the whistle. There was nothing open, so Riley tried to run. The defense were coming down, and it looked like the O-line were just kind of standing around. Like, just go hit someone.
Waiting for some Riley magic. It's going to require all 8 players, I think, in order to beat this very talented and aggressive Ravens team.
Yeah, if they just blocked out that a little bit, that hand probably wouldn't have come in and held her up.
Riley on 3rd and long. She's going to keep it, see if she can follow her lead blocker to get outside. She is brought down, though. Excellent pursuit by the Ravens there to hold her to only about a 4 or 5 yard gain. It's going to bring up a 9.
Speed, but she didn't get to use it because she was waiting for the blocks to develop.
Now, the last time on a 4th and long, they basically had a fake punt that Riley kept it and ended up picking up big yardage. We'll see if they employ a similar strategy here, Gerard.
And now Dell's back on. I don't know how she was just hobbling. So see how I'm just going to assume it's an ankle. We'll see how it goes.
They're going to go for it there. They're going to give it to Dell, and she tries to plow right up the middle, but can only pick up 1 yard. Big stop by the Ravens on 4th down. They're going to take the ball back and have a chance to put some distance between themselves and the Bears.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Like, they've had explosive plays. The Bears really need to try and do something on defense to like shut down the explosive plays. At least like bend, don't break sort of philosophy.
Yeah, those 2 big runs have really put a dent in the Bears' defense thus far. But they've shown a little bit of life on the D-line, getting a couple stops in the backfield. We'll see what Grace and the Ravens can do. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. We got a whistle. Might be a false start or delay a game, usually before the,
false start.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. They're going to march it back 5 yards, so the Ravens will get the ball with 1st and 15 now.
And that is Jason, the white hat, and this is his very first finals being the white hat. Well, so we got a rookie white hat out here. So
let's hope the referees don't become the story of the game, Gerard. Anyway, 1st and 15 now for the Ravens. We'll see what Grace can do. They got to make up a little bit of extra yardage on this drive. Takes it back. She's going to sling it. She throws it high, just over the head of her intended receiver.
Kyra Potts.
Like the decision to pass, try to air it out a little bit, pick up some big yardage since they lost yardage with the penalty on that 1st down.
Yeah, she had a decent pocket. She got time to set, go through the motions. Just, yeah, who knows if it was just too deep a pass or maybe cut the right off.
Either way, 2nd and long now for the Ravens. So Grace has got a little bit of work to do now. 2nd and 15. Takes the snap. She's going to run an option. She tosses it to number 47, who was brought down for a 3-yard loss as well.
That's Kiralee Keynes. Kiralee is probably still the youngest player on the team, but probably one of the most experienced. She actually played juniors for the men's at the Stingrays for, it feels like 4 years.
Well, she showed very impressive aggression and speed there to bring down the ball carrier in the backfield there.
She is an amazing player. She's very talented. She came to us for a season to train just when there wasn't a season because she lived close to us. And I'd have to say that she's probably one of the most coachable players I've ever met. She is a sponge.
Well, the coaching's worked there. It's going to be 3rd and long. Grace is putting it in the air, and it's intercepted by the Bears. Number 24, she's going to take it. Can she take it all the way? She gets brought down by the quarterback, Grace Power. Huge interception for Eleanor O'Connell. That is a huge play, and the Bears are going to be, is there a penalty? There is a penalty. Let's see. Are they going to bring this one back?
Oh, what do you think? I didn't see anything, but no, it's on the defense.
It is on the defense. This one is going to come back unless it was after the interception.
Block in the back, so that must be after the interception.
So it will be a 1st down for the Bears. Big interception. Number 24, Eleanor O'Connell, making a play on the ball. Caught her right up on that shoulder pad and managed to hang on to it.
Yeah, that was a David Tyree catch for anyone older than 30.
Excellent reference, Gerard. I'm picking you up, mate. So it'll be first down for the Bears now. They've got a chance to respond now. It's still just a 14-8 game.
It's still good field position. Not as good as they would have had, but this is still good field position for them.
So first and 10 from the 29-yard line. We'll see if Riley and Dell can make some magic in the backfield. Calling out the play, takes a snap, and she's going to hand it off to Dell. Dell goes right up the middle, but is brought down by a couple Ravens. She lost the ball. Ball is out.
Okay, I don't know what just happened then. Did she rip the ball? I didn't see it.
Ball's down. Fumble. Huge play. The Bears managed to pick off Grace Power. And then the first play, Dell unfortunately fumbles as she was met by 2 Ravens after about 2 yards. Was she down? I think the ball's out by then, though. I think by the time she's down, ball's out.
It's hard to see.
Either way, a huge turnover. Ravens get the ball back. That was number 17, Dolly Arthur, right there. Money man on the spot to pick it up.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their helmet on her elbow, knocking it out. But that's what I said at the start. Like, Dell runs hard, but she runs high and she runs loose. So if you can get her low, if someone can come in and just swipe at that ball-carrying arm, you're going to knock it loose like that.
That's a huge turn of events. Let's see if we can see it again. Goes up. Was it the first hit that jarred it loose? Still don't see any ball. The second hit. She's still not on the ground yet, but
no, but
ball is out.
Ball.
Ball is out before the bum hits. So that is absolutely a fumble. Good call by the officials, and a huge play for the Ravens.
Good pickup by Dolly Parton.
So the Bears had their chance to try to even things up. Now the Ravens are going to get it back after that big interception and then fumble going the other way.
Yeah, that can be quite deflating. You've just had a huge interception, took it down to the 5. It's got brought back by a penalty. Then you still have good field position, and the very next play, you give it up. So hopefully, mentally, they can just get over it, get on with it. Next play matters.
A lot of game left to play, Gerard. A lot of game left to play. First down for the Ravens. They send Sienna in motion again, and they fake the handoff. Grace is going to keep it, but she is brought down in the backfield by a horde of Bears. Great job on the D-line there.
They definitely played that a lot better. That D-end came down and contained. She didn't over-pursue and paid for it, apparently.
We do have a Bear down, unfortunately.
But she's done a really good job before that.
Great job, I think. I mean, they've been sending Sienna in motion so many times. They've just been giving her the ball. So I think the D-line and the linebackers were ready there, weren't they?
Also, even if they fake it to Sienna, if you're down there, just hit her.
Yeah.
If she's going to fake getting the ball, you're allowed to hit her because she's technically a blocker.
Yeah, you could throw her off a route if she
Yeah.
goes out for a pass. So I can't see who the injured Bear is. It's got to be one of the defensive linemen, though, because that's where all the activity was.
I think it's like the left defensive end, but I don't know positions.
Yeah, and with 8-on-8 football, you really only have 2 or 3 defensive linemen that you would have against the 3 offensive linemen as well.
Yeah, like, when you come to this, like, you don't really have positions. it's you're in this gap, you're in this gap, you're in this gap. You're not really a position. You've just got a responsibility.
A lot of fans enjoying the game thus far. We'll see if we can get an update on who the injured Bear is. She's been down for a little while, so keep your fingers crossed.
She's moving, the helmet's off, and she's up. Little dazed.
She is up. That's a good sign. Long term. That is number 64. That's Melissa Tofiti, who was brought in to replace Dell on the offense when Dell went down. Now someone's going to have to replace her on defense now that she's gone down, at least for one play.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll probably take her to the tent if we had one.
There is a medical tent down there, it looks like, but we've got second and long now after that first big stop by the Bears defensive line. We'll see what Grace and the Ravens can do. Only got one receiver wide. Takes a snap. Hands it right off to number 47, Melissa, who is buried in the backfield by the Bears again.
I think she may have just got back to the line of scrimmage, but this defense for the Bears has definitely stepped up in the last few plays.
And that's Chelsea Sinapati, sorry.
Chelsea Sinapati. That is T. Sinapati, who is an offensive lineman. That's her stepdaughter. And there's a lot of Sinapatis all over Australia, but she is Tank's daughter. And she's a rookie this season. She just came and started, I think, after the first game, or she came during the season.
See if she can get a block, and Grace is throwing. She tried to get the ball out on that 3rd and long, and it was just beyond the fingertips of Sienna, who didn't quite turn her shoulder. I wonder if she wasn't expecting the ball, maybe.
I think she was too busy. She was caught up with her defender, watching the defender, and she wasn't going to turn her head until she got deeper than the defender.
Either way, it's going to bring up a 4th and long now, 4th and 14. Difficult yardage to try to pick up.
I don't think Sienna's used to running downfield and having someone further downfield than her.
Well, it looks like they're lining up for a punt because I don't see Grace in there ready for
if it's Sienna in the background,
pass.
number 10, then she is their punter.
So her goal will be to try to kick it as far as humanly possible. Nice high kick, and it's going. Oh, friendly bounce for the Ravens, too. It's going to keep going. It'll be a dead ball at the 15-yard line, it looks like, for the Bears.
I don't understand that. Number 24 had miles of room and didn't even check. All right. Yep. Okay.
That's Ella O'Connell. Definitely could have picked it up and ran with it.
Yeah, there was lots of room.
Tough bounce for the Bears, and it's going to cost them about another 10 or 15 yards, at the very least.
There was definitely an option. I'm going to shut up.
Well, the Bears now have an opportunity there. They got a chance to respond after that unfortunate fumble by Dell. And what do we have now? Timeout? Timeout by the Bears. They must want to talk about it. I think they want to bring Eleanor back into the game.
Took her off to remind her that she can return it.
Well, she had that big interception. We know she can catch, too.
Doesn't even need both hands.
Just a shoulder pad. So it'll take some time to talk a little bit of strategy. Now, when you were calling these timeouts as a coach, Gerard, are you just trying to reset the players? Are you trying to give them some sort of tactical guidance as well?
I usually went off the clock. So right now there's 3 minutes left in the game. So I would call, and we always had packages of 4 plays, like going into these games. So I would go, hey, let's run the red package. So we could go no huddle, and so we don't have to use all of our timeouts, try and get out of bounds, try and use up as much clock as possible, try and score a touchdown without leaving them too much. So it was more, it's like, okay, here's our plan, here's our 2-minute drill, run this package, see this.
Try to execute.
And yeah, it's all about clock management is the only way I use timeouts.
Riley's going to throw it, and she completes it to number 98.
Clock is still running.
Tassimaka. Clock is running. They're under 3 minutes.
And they're huddling. And it's a very slow huddle. Do they know that there's only... Okay.
They're going to need to pick up the pace if they're going to go, the 60 or 70 yards to get to the end zone. 2nd and 7 now for the Bears.
That's a lot of time off the clock.
She fakes the handoff, and Riley's going to keep it on the left side. Can she get to the outside? She can. She finds a lane. She finds some space. She's got the Jets. Can she keep going? She was slowed down by Sienna, but then she keeps going. 10, 5, brought down at the 1. Fantastic effort by Kyra Potts to keep going. There is a flag in the backfield, though.
I was going to say that was an amazing block by whoever it was out there, but I think they're trying to say it was in the back. I would need to see a replay, but...
This might be another costly penalty on the Bears.
Again, that was Cookie chasing her down the sideline, but she wasn't hobbling, trying to stay inside, so Cookie couldn't catch up with her, but... Oh, that penalty is coming back.
That was fancy footwork by Riley as well to stay inbounds, keep momentum, had a little spin, broke a tackle, but a costly penalty, Gerard.
Yeah, like I said, just don't. You can't let Riley get to the sideline. because that's what she can do. But yeah, the penalties are killing them. And this is what happens when you've got like rookies on your team. Like sometimes they just kind of panic and just go, "Ooh, there's a jersey, hit it."
Let me hit someone, but you hit him in the back.
Sometimes just standing there and being in the way is a better block than.
Well, they got a lot of yardage to make up now. We'll see what Riley can do. Takes a snap, looks to pass. She's going to throw it. She's going to throw it over the head, unfortunately, if you're a wide receiver, number 98, Celine Tassimaka. That's been her.
And also that huge run, all that time that came off the clock, doesn't get put back on.
Yeah, they're at 1:53 now. The clock will stop on an incompletion like that, but on 3rd and long, they're really going to have to make up some ground if they're going to have a chance to get this one in the end zone. But Riley's shown she's got game-breaking speed, Gerard. Only takes a little bit of room, and she can find a lane.
Yeah, like they've got Dell, who's there. She will pound it and take the hard yards, and then you've got Riley, who can just make something happen.
He's going to throw it, and it's completed! Big catch, her favorite target. Celine Tassimaka again.
They need to get on the ball quick. This is 4th down. They've still got 5 yards to go, and the clock is running, and they're making very slow changes.
Well, they've got about 60 yards to go and about 90 seconds.
This is where it's like you have to have 5 yards, or you're going to turn over the ball. So do you want to leave the Ravens in this field position with that much time, or do you trust that you're actually going to get the 5 yards?
You might give her a choice. We'll see. She's looking.
Oh,
She's looking.
They're punting.
She's going to kick it. It's in the air. Takes a friendly bounce for the Bears as well. They're going to make the Ravens work for it.
And it is dead.
She had a little bit of space there. Would have been pretty risky to try to keep it, don't you think?
Yeah, I think she made the right decision there. She made the right decision on the last one where she ran for it, but that was in that field position with only a minute left, just give the Ravens more field to actually try and get, although they have proven they don't need a lot. They just need one gap and
couple big plays. That's
gone.
Been the difference thus far. They got 1:08 left on the clock. We'll see what Grace can do. She's got 52 yards to try to get to the end zone in 68 seconds. And really 2 big penalties on the Bears after that interception, which pushes them back, and then the big holding penalty. You're blocking the back on that 70-yard run by Riley.
I think, do the Ravens have 2 or 3 penalties, timeouts left?
Not sure. Grace does keep it in the middle. She manages to get about a yard before she's brought down by Brody Gilbert amongst other Bears there on that D-line. Just wait to the sideline. Might have another injury. Someone's hurting. We'll see. It's number 48, Hannah Baird. Game day captain for the Bears. She's got to come off, I think, at least for one play here.
Yeah, it's interesting. It was an injury timeout. As I didn't see anyone calling timeout on the field, even though it was a run up the middle. So maybe they're just trying to take this to halftime.
Could be. The clock won't start until the snap, I would think, on an injury timeout. Or will there be a 10-second runoff when we're inside 2 minutes?
No, it's a 10-second runoff if it's an offensive penalty. I don't know.
They're running it.
They are? All right. Yeah, Tim's on the sideline.
I think he's going to blow it at 44. All right, they've had their 10 seconds. Either way, Ravens ball, 2nd and 9 now. We'll see what Grace can do. Takes the snap. She's looking to pass it. Going right across the middle. And it is caught, broken up. Oh, just a drop, unfortunately.
Yeah, just kind of fell just a little bit too short for B. She started backpedaling. At least it stopped the clock, but 2 more downs to get 9 yards.
That would have been a tough catch in traffic, too. She had 2 defenders right there. Bit of a low ball.
Yeah, it was at her feet.
3rd and 9 now. 38 seconds left. Another incompletion stops the clock as well. You got to be aware of that. You might give the Bears the ball back and give them another chance before halftime. Sends Sienna in motion, and she's going to hand it off to Sienna. Sienna's got space on the right side. Can she get past number 24? She does. Can she keep going? 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Ravens.
All right.
We've got no penalties on the field on that one. Excellent run by Sienna. It's that jet sweep once again where she manages to get the ball with some speed.
Yeah, what is happening on that side is...
Well, she
I missed the replay, but...
Yeah, she found a lane. Unfortunately, I think Ellie O'Connell didn't take the greatest angle in the world to try to cut that off. But you got to give Sienna a lot of credit, too. She really hit the Jets once she saw that there was some space.
Yeah, she's finding a hole and just hitting it. I mean, what else can you do?
They'll go for 2 now. We've got a 20-8 lead for the Ravens. 28 seconds left in the half. Grace is going to hand it off. They're going to try reverse. Kyra Potts, can she cut back it, find some space? Manages to break 1 tackle, but is then brought down by 2 Bears. Like the trickeration on a 2-point attempt.
Yeah. Trying to reverse it. Oh, they almost stopped it halfway through, but managed to get the toss off. But, yeah, a little bit more discipline there by the Bears.
Yeah, their defensive line looks like they were pretty aggressive there to manage to break that up.
Yeah, it stopped it in the backside as well. No one over pursued.
So it's a 20-8 game. The Ravens managed to score. Just as you said, it doesn't take them much, Gerard.
No, you need to limit their explosive plays. And, yeah, getting that outside, that easy, like, that needs to be their focus at halftime.
We'll see what Riley does. She looks like she wants to throw it. She's going to keep it on the right side. Can she still get it off? Not quite, but she manages to stop the clock with 21 seconds. Pretty much got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe plus a little bit, half a yard.
Yeah, more importantly, the clock stopped. The clock's their enemy at the moment, but yeah, this is what kind of what I was expecting. You're going to have someone pounding it down the middle, and then Riley's trying to get to the sideline. She's got a lot of sideways motion, just trying to find the gap and head upfield.
That was good pursuit by the Ravens defense there to contain Riley. We'll see what she can do here on 2nd and long. She did lose yards there. Oh, she fakes the handoff. She's almost brought down to the backfield. She's going to keep moving, though. Can she find some space? Manages to cut back, finds a little bit of lane. All that for about 2 yards.
That was a lot of running.
That was 11 seconds of scrambling from Riley to get 2 yards. She's got to get some help from her Bears teammates to keep punching through, keep finding some blocks.
She's still probably getting her breath back from that huge run that got called back.
Well, it's now 3rd and long, 10 seconds left. She's getting back a little slow as well.
Moran is yelling at her defense. Someone must have let something go. They won't this time.
Only got about time for, I'd say, probably 2 plays at this point, Gerard.
I just want to know who Moran's going to yell at when she retires from football.
And she guns across the middle. Is almost intercepted.
That was Chrissy Torres, and this is her dropped interception for the Sunbowl. She gets one every year, and it bugs her, and she's going to hate me for bringing that up.
Well, either way, it's an incompletion, and it's forcing a 4th down just with 5 seconds left. We'll see. I mean, Riley might just try to heave it as far as she can and see what happens.
You may as well. It's 5 seconds. Like, as long as you don't let them return it, like, they need to keep their head in a swivel. If it's intercepted, make a tackle. But hey, why not go for it? It looks like a punt formation.
She's gonna kick it. That'll be the safe play. Ravens didn't even have anyone back.
No, and time is gone, and that will be halftime. Now, for the halftime show, we have Drake, and he's going to be singing a song about Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, unfortunately, Drake did not catch his cab on time, Gerard, so we're just stuck with each other. Gorgeous night here in Brisbane, and halftime right now. The Ravens go into the half with a 20-8 lead. So what are you telling your team, Gerard, at
Which
halftime?
team?
Either team. Let's start with the Bears.
The Bears.
What do they need to fix?
Discipline. Like, they need discipline. They need gap discipline. They need to with this sport. It's the number one thing about women's football is contain the run, contain the run, contain the run. That is the number one thing before everything else. Make sure you get leverage. Leverage wins. And they're giving up leverage and they're giving up contain, and that's where all of these big explosive runs are coming from. So I think they need to be less aggressive getting down getting downfield and just getting to the edge, set the edge, and be patient. Don't let them kick you out so that you leave a gap. The Ravens, realistically, they're getting big explosive plays. Like
They're finding the seams, right?
They're finding the holes. The play calling by Alex has been really good. She's seen what's working, and she's taken advantage of it. She's running. Don't be surprised to see more of those jets, and then a lot of jet counters and jet keeps and things like that.
Build things off that.
Build things off of what's working. And realistically, because they're getting the big plays, it's kind of hard to see what they need to fix and what they don't, because even the things that don't work, they still get the big play off of it.
Yeah, I think a couple big penalties for the Bears have probably cost them at least a couple points.
Yeah, those penalties have been an absolute killer for the Bears. Not only does it take points off them, but it gave the ball back to the Ravens, and the Ravens made them pay for it. So, yeah, the Bears didn't make them pay for the turnover, but the Ravens managed to make them.
Well, it'll be an interesting halftime conversation. I think we're going to take a break here as well, let you all catch your breath, and hopefully we'll have an entertaining second half in this Women's Sunbowl 2025.
Yeah.
shut up and sit down.
We are at halftime of the Women's Sunbowl 2025. We've got about 2 minutes left before the start of the second half. The Ravens have a 20-8 lead over the Logan City Bears. I'm Jeff Magooder, and I'm here with Coach Gerard Fitzpatrick, longtime coach of of several women's teams here in the Southeast Queensland League. And Gerard, we want to talk about something a little bit special. It's the 10th anniversary of the Women's League, and I believe you've got an all-decade team that you want to announce.
Yeah, it was announced on social media last night. So this is the 10th season. It started, like I said before, on the 24th of August, 2012. And if you're doing math, yes, it does not add up. There were a few seasons where we didn't have a league. There was a exhibition season as well. So in terms of league play with GQ, or now Australian
AFQ.
That's the one. It's going to take me a while to get used to. Registered teams. This is the 10th Sunbowl. So we thought we would make something of it. And as you can see on your screen, there's a list of the top 22 players, the women's team of the decade. And I'd also like to mention anyone who follows Alex's podcast, Oz Gritty Ladies Mates Rates. Search for that on Instagram, and Alex will be doing interviews with some of the ladies who have won, having a look back at the past, looking at the past decade, give us some content for during the off season. So if you don't already follow Alex's podcast, Mates Rates, I don't know what the tag is. That would be so much easier.
By the way, congratulations to all the top 22. We've got 4 of them in action tonight. Riley Hodgson, quarterback for the Bears, was nominated to the team, as well as Alex Aarons on the Ravens, Chrissy Torres, and Christy Moran. So congratulations to all. And we are about ready to get started with the second half. The Ravens won the toss and took the ball at the start of the game, so now the Bears get the ball to start the second half.
Yep, and there is no kickoffs in this format. That's why we are just starting on the 20 or 25, just in case you think you've missed kickoff. You have not.
Riley's going to take the snap. Looks like she's going to try to get to the outside once again, trying to follow her lead blocker, Melissa Tafiti. She finds a lane, manages to pick up 6 on first down. Yeah, she done well. She saw her blockers cut back in, got a few extra yards. Looks like, I think she might try to keep it in her hands a little bit more this half. They seem to have more success when she is running the ball. I'm surprised that Dell hasn't had more success. Well, Dell, I'm currently looking. She's sitting on the sideline with her helmet off, which does not bode well for her availability on the second half.
And being consoled, which is not a good sign. So, yes, it definitely will be in Riley's hands.
Takes the snap on 2nd and 5. She's going to spin around, see if she can get to the outside once again. We've got a flag, I think, was thrown, but she's tackled, absolutely creamed in the backfield. A little bit too much dancing, it looked like, from Riley.
She's trying to find grass. The hard part about when you have a play designed go to right, and then you run left, and then you run right, someone's going to block someone in the back, because it's hard to hold blocks that long. You may get laundry. So that's when your blockers just need to be very disciplined. Keep your hands off.
Apologies, there was not a flag on the play, but it was a 6-yard loss for the Bears. So we'll see. They're stuck now in 3rd and 11. We'll see what Riley and her team can do. They've got to get back in the game. She's winding up, going to throw it. It is intercepted! Intercepted by the Ravens. That's number 6. She's going to take it. Does she have a lane to get to the corner of the end zone? She is hit by Riley Hodgson at the 3-yard line.
That is Christy Moran in her final ever gridiron game. She has an interception. I'm surprised she didn't get across the line, but good tackle by Riley.
That was a great read by Christy as well. She saw the ball in the air, managed to grab it, get away from the defender, and almost punch it in for a pick 6, as they say.
And they have amazing starting field position, and there was no flags to bring that one back. So
that is a huge play for the Ravens. We've now had 2 turnovers by the Bears, 1 turnover by the Ravens. And the Ravens have just managed to take advantage of the turnovers thus far.
And let's see if we see a jet.
It's been the most successful play thus far. We'll see what Grace does.
Sienna is lined up at a sniffer formation.
They're going to hand
the
it off
fake.
right off the middle, but the running back is brought down immediately. That Bears defensive line.
Yeah, they did not fall for it. Sienna lined up in what's called a sniffer formation. It's like lined up right behind the line's butt. And, ran a little motion, fake motion. Tried to get them to bite on that so they could run out the middle. They did not bite.
That was Ashley Powell, tried to plow over the defensive line, but was met by a couple of Bears who managed to bring her down. 2nd and 6 now from the 6. Grace winding up, throwing the ball on a little bit of a slant to Sienna. Sienna cuts in and finds the end zone again. Sienna Turnbull with her 3rd touchdown of the day for the Bayside Ravens.
Yeah, she goes from 0 to 100 like a Formula One race car. Like, she had to reach down to her shoelaces to get the grab, looks up, and then she is at full pace in about 2 steps.
That was a fantastic job after the catch just to make that one little move to make the defender miss, and then she found the lane to get into the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like both defenders had they were going to the sideline, thinking she was going to try and get up the sideline, and she had their hips turned and just jumped back inside.
Got a little bit of trainer action. One of the Bears is down on the sidelines here. I don't know if you can see on the field.
It looks like
Kayla Alsop, number 92.
something 92.
Yeah, I think that's Kayla Alsop. Managed to have a big play on defense earlier. Anyway, the Ravens now going for 2, and Grace is brought down. Looks like there was a bit of confusion in the backfield there. I know that was Sienna. She managed to get the ball to Sienna Turnbull again on the 2-point attempt, but the Bears were there for the stop.
And now the offense is coming back on for the Bears.
Well, big interception by the veteran Christy Moran, the all-22, all-decade team player, captain of the Ravens, managed to make a huge play, and then they got the ball in their playmaker's hands, Sienna Turnbull.
Sienna's having a great season, actually. I think she's been probably their best player for a rookie as well, and she's definitely been their standout in this game. Every time she gets the ball, something's about to happen.
Well, we'll see if Riley Hodgson, another all-22 member, she hands it right up the middle to Melissa Tafidi, who manages to get 3 right up the gut on 1st down. Now, she hit the deck pretty hard, and now she's still down. We've got an injury timeout now. Yeah,
another injury timeout. What's more concerning is that a player might be down, but for the team, a lot of the Bears' heads are down. There's still time in this game.
That's also their 2nd running back. Now that Delnita is out and now Melissa, their backup running back, they're going to be down to their 3rd string running back. How does that change the strategy if you're the Bears offense?
Well, you got to call the plays that the 3rd down running back know. Or you need to call a play and then turn and tell the running back what they're meant to do. And that's if they've got one, which I think it would probably be Eleanor. I think Eleanor's played a bit of running back before.
Yeah, it looks like they brought in Ellie, number 24.
Yeah, that would be who I would have brought on myself, which she does have experience. It's not like you're bringing someone in that doesn't know what they're doing.
She can block, she can catch, she can run.
And she is a little bit different to Dell, whereas Dell is north-south, just hard. I'm not getting out your way. I'm not cutting. I'm going over you. Eleanor is a little bit more speedy. Maybe I'll open up more of a speed option game for them.
Could be an option to try to work around the edges a little bit of that Ravens defense. By the way, you don't like to see this, another player down. Now, I did see Dell put her helmet back on, so she might be fighting through that injury. This is the Sunbowl, after all. They're going to leave it all out there. They got a long off season before next season, so plenty of time to heal.
Yeah, and I'm not liking the looks of this injury either because they're lying on their stomach. They have not rolled her over. Or no, that is not the player. I think that's the medic, which is even worse. The medic looks so...
Yeah, she's still down on her back, unfortunately.
Let's hope she's all right, and this is just all precautious.
Kira Keynes ran up really fast to try to see what was happening, maybe to try to encourage her teammate and check in on her.
I don't know what she does for a living. Maybe she's a nurse student. I'm not sure. There are 2 paramedics over on the Ravens sideline, but one of them is a coach, so I think she's busy.
Well, they've got the medic down there.
And it looks like Bears coach is on the phone, so I'm assuming this might be a long delay. Because he's not ordering pizza. And if he is...
I mean, I'd take a slice, absolutely, but... You hate to see this in the Sunbowl, final game of the season. Melissa came in as a backup running back, really replacing Dell, who went down earlier in the game. So Dell's trying to warm up right now. I mean, she's jogging a little bit, trying to loosen up that ankle, because I think that's what got her down earlier in the game. We have to worry about now the mental state of the Bears. They've just had the turnover, allowed a touchdown, seen another player go down. Hope they can respond.
Yeah, as a coach, I look over, and if I see the body language that I'm looking at the Bears now, I'm kind of like, okay, I've got you. I'm going for the kill.
The Bears do have the ball when we get this stoppage over, so we'll see if Riley can inspire her team. She's an all-decade player for a reason. We've seen what she can do when she gets the ball in space. They just have to find a way to get her that ball in space.
Yeah, they need to start trying to game plan something different. Like, when she gets out in space, she's a threat, but she's drawing the defense in, and they need to get some decent route combinations for that. Like, they keep running into traffic. Maybe try some bootlegs. Have that run-pass option. I don't know what they've got in their playbook, but their playbook is kind of torn to shreds at the moment when
you lose
their key players are going down.
You lose your top two backs. It's difficult to adjust. They might have to give Riley, as you said, a lot more option, throw or pass option in any play, and just let her use her experience to make the right call for the team.
And then you've got to do that against a very experienced defense with a lot of athletes. Oh, and the coach paramedic, Alex, has been called over from the sideline, so she's doing overtime. Okay. She has now clocked in at 7:12, so let's note that for James. And we may as well take a break, and we'll see you when we get back.
Hopefully we can provide you all with an update.
A positive one.
and sit down. Shut up. Shut up and sit down. and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Sunbowl 2025. We have had a break of about 50 minutes, maybe 55 minutes. We did have an injury on the last play. Melissa Tafiti took a really hard shot on the turf, and she was being evaluated for a head injury, so we did have the ambulance come in. She has happily been safely taken away in the ambulance, and we wish her the best going forward, Gerard.
Yeah, so because they've managed to get her in the ambulance and off the field by this time, it does not affect gameplay, so we will be kicking off as soon as warm-ups are done, and the time on the clock will be where we left it, so there will be no automatic running clock, and we will not be starting in the fourth. So picking up where we left off.
After all that, we've got a 2nd and 9 from the 21 for the Bears. They're down 26-8. Now, Gerard, as a coach, how do you adjust after this kind of layoff?
It's more mentally than anything, really. Like, I was just down there getting some info, and I was just looking at the Bears line, and I'm going to be honest, the Bears are already done. Like, if you ask me, like, their heads are down, and they're down on the scoreboard. They're down to their third running back, which, like, is a decent running back. She's got pace.
Riley's going to air it out.
It was open, just under a little bit underthrown.
A little bit underthrown. I think receiver probably overran it just a little bit. Could have maybe come back to the ball, but nice to see she's trying to sling it, see if she can get her team back in the game.
And she had time in the pocket that time as well. One thing, in the first half, they ran that motion and scored a touchdown off it. We saw that the Ravens did not adjust to the motion. It worked really well, and they have never ran it again. Like, if you saw that the Ravens did not adjust to motion, I would be trying to get some more motion plays in, trying to run that.
And on the 3rd and long, Riley hands it off to her running back, which I think was Ellie O'Connell. Now she's slow to get up.
Yeah, that can't happen. I think there's no running backs after.
She's back up. Might have just been a bit of a wake-up call after a bit of time off. Now it's 4th and long. It looks like they're setting up to punt. Bears are still substituting, trying to get all the right players on the field. Now, we've seen Riley do a fake here in the past.
It is a long 4th down, but, I mean, they need points, so see what happens.
Takes the snap, looking, and she will punt it. High punt, bit short. It's going to take an unfriendly hop. Goes almost directly sideways. And the Ravens will have it from their own 33-yard line right in the middle of the field.
And it's probably lucky she punted because the Bears only had 7 on the field. Well, so she actually got her away.
Yeah, between the injuries and the late substitutions and the time off, I think all the coaching staff now has to adjust and get really back in the flow of the game after such a long break.
Like I said, they need to switch on mentally. And that's just another sign that, not enough players on the field. They need to switch on.
Well, there's a lot of game left. 4 minutes, 38 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Then you've got the entire 4th quarter, so there's plenty of time for a comeback. We'll see how the Ravens can respond after their defensive stand. Grace takes it, slings it out to the outside to a running back who gets some fantastic yardage. We do have a flag, but a huge first down throw. Really good run by the running back there, Ashley Powell.
Yeah, it was a really good read by Grace. She saw, I think it was Chelsea, the running back, flared out, and no one went with it. I don't know whose responsibility it was, but she caught the ball with space. She wasn't even touched until she was past the first down. But it is coming back. Yeah,
it was a holding penalty, I think, on one of the linemen there. So fantastic run by Ashley is wasted, unfortunately.
It's frustrating when someone holds when they didn't really have anything to do with the play. It's like, a
backside hold or something like that. Yeah, seems unnecessary, but either way, it's going to push the Ravens back. They've now got a 1st and 18 because of the spot of the holding penalty. See if they can get some of those yards back.
I want to see if they start going back to these jets. I mean, it's been what's working for them.
No motion. Grace is going to take it back. She's going to throw it. She's got someone open, but it's intercepted by the Bears.
Okay, it was interesting, trying to go to the air.
I think that's Malika Lancaster. Veteran Bears player coming up with a big interception. See if they can get some juice in the Bears. They'll take over. Down a couple running backs. Where we know Riley's got the speed. She can get outside. We'll see if maybe she tries to spice it up. Tried throwing it deep last time.
Yeah, Eleanor's back in. Let's see if they start running some speed options. They've got 2 speedy backs now. Actually, is that Eleanor? No, it's not.
Riley takes it, fakes the handoff. She's going to keep it. She's going to cut back. She's got space on the right side. See if she can get to the outside, find the edge, get some space. Is brought down by number 1.
It is enough for a first down, though.
Good tackle by Kyra Potts to keep pursuing, keep chasing. But good read, a little bit of a cutback there from Riley.
And it's good, like they have been a little bit more disciplined. I think in the first quarter there was holding and blocks in the back when she started running away from where the play was designed to, but no flags on this play. So they're learning.
She does have another running back. Can't quite see the number in the backfield, but it's not been one of her top 3 backs. First down from the 20. Changes the position of the running back, takes the snap, looks to the outside, fakes it. Does Riley, she's going to keep it. No, she's going to throw, she's going to keep it. See if she can pick up positive yardage. Gets 3.
Yeah, it looks about 3, but it's positive. So I think it was meant to be a pitch, but the defensive end got in the backfield very quickly.
Yeah, I think it would have been intercepted if she tried to make that toss. And that looks like it is Kayla Alsop as her running back right now.
Yeah, and if it wasn't intercepted, it was going to be a backwards pass, so it would have been a fumble.
Yeah, live ball.
So to get 3 yards out of nothing is it's a positive. They need to keep running with it.
They got 3 receivers split out. Riley's looking. She does want to air it out. Winds up, and it's chopped down. Is that a fumble? Arm might have been going forward. We'll have to see what the refs.
Do we run the tuck rule?
Oh, they are calling a fumble. Let's take a look at it on the replay.
It looks like it hit her hand as her hand was coming back, and it was the hit that made her hand go forward, but let's see.
She winds up.
It's coming back, and
it's going forward. I think that
Ooh.
might be an incompletion. I think the hand was going forward.
I think like a centimeter. But I don't think we've got challenge flags this year.
Yeah, that's going to be a turnover. The Ravens are going to get the ball.
The call on the field stands as is.
So Grace takes it, looks to the left. She's going to keep it.
I thought she was going to punt.
We do have a late flag. Very late. I wonder if there was a hold. We do have a hold on the offense. It's going to send the Ravens back. Number 84.
The Ravens are coming out trying, it seems like they're trying different things where they're already up. You know what works? Stick to it.
And oddly enough, they've been the more undisciplined team after that long stoppage, too. They've had a couple penalties that have really pushed them back and then had the interception. So we'll see what Grace does. She's got twins split to the left. Sending Sienna in motion again. Fakes the handoff and goes right up the middle. Goes Grace. There's a hole. Can she get positive enough to get first down? Good yardage, though.
Yeah, no, that was a great call by Alex. That's what I was wanting to see. Let's use more of that motion. Use Sienna on fakes, reads, and that just opened up a hole up the middle.
Perfect decision by Grace on that. And she gets all of that penalty yardage back and then some. Leaves the Ravens in a very, very manageable 2nd and 4.
Yeah, just keep calling stuff like that until the defense figure out how to shut it down and then go to something else.
Yeah, those motions with Sienna, they really have confused the Bears all night. Grace takes the snap, hands off to the running back, who gets absolutely demolished. Number 73, Brody Gilbert. She has come in hard a couple times as a defensive tackle. And Ashley Powell has felt the full brunt of Brody Gilbert's tackling a couple times tonight. Leaves them in a 3rd and 8 now. Crowd's getting into it. Grace sends Sienna in motion again. Gives it to Sienna this time. Can Sienna get around the edge? No, she cannot. She's brought down by the Bears for a 6 or 7 yard loss.
Yeah, I thought Gracie was going to pull that there, but no, she gave it to her. And good discipline by the Bears that time. They just set the edge again. Forced her to try and go around. Didn't give her the space to cut up, which is the important thing. Alex is cracking a hissy because she doesn't have the right players on the field.
They do have 8. Just a matter of lining up. Likely going to punt here. It's a 4th and 12. That'd be difficult yardage to try to make up. Low snap. Can she get it off? Yes, it's a short kick. Very short kick. Takes a friendly bounce. Bears can take the ball and run with it. Number 28 goes up the right side. Manages to make something out of nothing. That's Meliar Wairasi. She's a rookie.
Yeah, she got 5 yards from it. Like, it's interesting they picked that one up, but they didn't pick the one with 20 yards field.
I think she was surprised that she even got the ball. Then realized, hey, next thing I know, I got the ball. Might as well do something with it. And she picks up positive yardage.
I think it just bounced up and she tried to grab at it just out of reaction more than anything, and then panicked. At least she ran the right direction. I've seen people panic and run the wrong way.
Well, the Bears now take control. They've got really advantageous field position, probably the best starting field position of the night for them. And they've got an all-decade quarterback at the helm for them.
And it looks like Eleanor is back in at running back. It's hard to tell from the side, but it is.
High snap. What's Riley going to do now? She's going to run up the middle, but she's going to be met very, very quickly by number 21. That's
B. Clement.
B. Clement. Good read to stay in her gap there, because I think Riley, if she gets past that tackle, she probably gets at least 5 or 6 yards. 15 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to try to get another play off.
I would really like to see some speed options when these turn the backfield. They've got pace to get outside.
They're having a quick discussion in the backfield. Only 4 seconds left. Get the snap off. It's a low snap. What's Riley going to do with it?
It is a speed
They're
option.
Gonna do an option. She's going to keep it. She's going to go.
There we
she's
go.
going to pitch it late. Tally.
It was messy, but it went forward. Let's see if they can get that clean. I think that's their go-to at the moment. That's with the players and the personnel they've got. Play to your personnel. That's what you've got. And it's fourth quarter.
Quarter time, so we've got another 8-minute fourth quarter ahead of us in the Sunbowl. Bears starting to make some noise. It is going to be a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 8 when we come back on the other side of the field. All right, so fourth quarter. What adjustments, if any, are the teams making, or is it really just about grinding out and trying to finish this game?
Well, to me, the Ravens, they tried to make adjustments for some reason. Nothing worked. Went back to the jet and the jet reads, and it started working. So I think they need to just run some more stuff off of that. And the Bears now with their personnel, they finally just ran a speed option. It was messy, but the actual speed option part worked. So I think they need to start running that, drawing the defense down, and then try and get it over the top.
Well, we'll see what Riley does now on 3rd and 5. She's going to throw it. Gets the ball up in the air. It is a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, the receiver came back to a ball that was over her head. So, yeah, just did not read that very well in the air. But you can see, like, if they can keep running the speed option, the Ravens are almost playing with no safeties. They're playing with corners and all linebackers. They're just jammed up in the box. So you just run some play options, speed options, rollouts, just draw them down and sneak people in behind that second level.
Well, it leaves them, that incompletion leaves them with a 4th and 6. Big play. If they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to convert sooner or later. Let's see what Riley does with the ball in her hand. No motions. High snap. Managed to corral it. She's got some space. She's going to take off. She's going to throw it. She's going to keep it. See if she can get all the way up. She cannot get enough yardage.
Yeah, it's just the little fundamentals of this team. It's when they start getting things rolling, there's flags and then just a bad snap. She done well to bring it down and try and make something, but it was the play was gone, and it was just do your best.
She certainly showed her athleticism trying to corral that, but definitely threw off the timing. You can tell because it allowed the Ravens to get a bit more pressure on her.
And she was getting chased down by Moran. It's not hard, not easy to get past.
Well, she's leaving it all out on the field, as Christy, isn't she? Christy, apologies. But now Grace is going to take command of this Ravens offense. They've got a 1st and 10 from their own 20. She's got 2 receivers split to the left.
Should be looking to run to the left.
So yes,
dummy and run to the left.
She's going to take off, see if she can get the corner, see if she can get a friendly block as well. Cuts back, finds some more space. She's got a 1st down and then some.
Stay in field.
Staying moving.
Yep.
Excellent second effort there by Grace to cut back.
And the clock was still running, but they've called a timeout for some reason. Okay.
No, I think they just stopped the clock for a 1st down, maybe. Yep. Clock's running again.
Okay, I thought I saw a motion for a timeout. But no, that was good. She stayed in, got outside. She read the numbers, saw there's an overload on the right. They dummied with the jet. This is what we've been saying. Keep using that. Counter to the open side of the field. She gets up the sideline, stays in bounds, keeps the clock moving, gets the 1st down. Well done, Grace. Excellent. And Alex, great call.
And it's a handoff up the middle again. And once again, Ashley Powell and Brody Gilbert have had quite a few big hits in the backfield throughout the course of this game.
Yeah, they're really starting to penetrate just through that middle.
I think we did have a timeout, though, on the field, looks like. Wasn't sure who called it. We got just under 7 minutes left.
20-60. At least it's closer than it was last year.
And it is a 3-possession game. I mean, they'd have to get 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and even then, that only gets them within 2. So really, the Bears need to stop here. They need probably a turnover more than anything.
They need to just switch on and just get the snap, just focus on one play at a time, get it done, get a couple of plays in a row, and then that'll get their heads back in the game, get some confidence, and forget about the score. Forget about any players that are on the sideline injured, or just focus on one play at a time, execute, do your job.
Well, we got a 2nd and long now for Grace and the Ravens. Takes the snap, looks, throws it to the left to Ashley Powell again on the swing route. Managed to get past the 1st. Can she? Just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like she's got back to the line of scrimmage. They tried that again. It worked really well last time. No one went with her, but it looks like they adjusted and someone actually took the swing.
That was good pursuit. I think that was Kiralee Keynes who managed to get in there and make that hit to slow her down.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think you could ever catch her off guard in 2 plays. She is a very intelligent player.
Leaves the Ravens now with the 3rd and long, just inside 10 yards. Probably not 4-down territory, so we'll have to try to convert here. Manages to pitch it to the left to Ashley again, who is met in the backfield once again. That was Haley Dodds. Excellent read to stay with Ashley.
Yeah, the play, for a toss play, she was about a yard away, so the defender had a choice of who she was going to tackle. You really need to get separation and make the defender choose. But yeah, that just execution of the play just wasn't there.
I wonder if she wasn't even lined up on the opposite side of where she should have been with the quarterback, because she was starting off on the left side and then to toss to the right. That's a lot of ground to make up, right?
Yeah, by the time Gracie turned, she was standing next to her. I think she's actually lined up right behind. It just needs to be quicker.
And they're going to go for it on 4th and 17. Grace looking to the left. She's going to try to run it. She's going to cut back to the right side. There's Brody. Couldn't quite make the tackle. She's got a little bit of space. Cutting back again to the middle. She's found a lane. Can she break another tackle? Yes, she can. Gets a friendly block. Oh, there might have some late flags.
There's laundry on the field.
In the end, Riley Hodgson pushed her out of bounds, the quarterback-on-quarterback battle.
It was a massive block by B. Clement down on the near side field here. She just put her shoulder into it. It was read really well by Grace. I don't... Oh, there it is. Yeah,
I
again...
think she got her. I think
No, that's a penalty. That was right in the back. Again, rookie mistakes. Rookies, like, they... Sometimes the best blocks are not even contact. Just stand there, wait for it to turn around, and you're there. Like, but yeah, that's a penalty for me every day of the week.
I think that'll be a spot foul as well, which does put them in a 4th and 10. We'll see if the Ravens go for it again.
Now Gracie's now on the sideline, so Sienna will be punting.
Now, she is a speedster. I mean, if you're going to try a fake, this could put the game away.
With 5 minutes left in the clock and the way the Bears are playing at the moment, just punt it as far as you can. Get it out of bounds.
Had a late substitution to make sure they did have 8. We've seen the Bears be short-staffed on punt. Sienna, nice high punt, end over end kick.
There's a flag for late hit on... See, this is the small discipline things that... destroy a team. Like, the punter punted the ball away, and then there was a late hit on her. They will now get the ball back with first down.
Well, is it a running into the punter or roughing the punter is maybe what the referees are discussing right now. If it was incidental or if it was...
It looked like she hit her on purpose. Is there a replay? Yeah, if you watch this...
Right now, that's Brody Gilbert coming in after the punt. She was looking up to try to block it. Kind of got pushed by a Ravens player, though.
Here
and
she
fell
puts...
into her.
Yeah, it's hard. When you put it in slow-mo, it looks like she's getting hit by a Ravens player, but then she lands on her feet, and then she puts her shoulder into her.
I think they're discussing which foul is the appropriate one at the moment.
For me, it was just a little dip of a shoulder at the end. If she didn't do that, it would just be like run into the kicker. You could say anything, but the fact that she dipped her shoulder at the end and then powered through with that just little bit of effort, to me, that's where it shows intent, and that is roughing the kicker. In my opinion, let's see what the judges say.
And that would be automatic first down.
It would be.
I think they're going to mark it off. That's what it looks like.
And it looks like they agree with my opinion, which makes it a fact.
Or are they waving it off?
Yeah, roughing the kicker. Yeah, these are just silly. Like, this should not be coming into Sunbowls. Like, you need to be disciplined. We're saying, like, they need a few just mental breaks on the Bears and just get a few drives, and then they come in just as about to get the ball back. Just another little mental error. And we're now 4 minutes 30, and the Ravens have the ball on their 5.
It looks like the Bears have the ball. I wonder if they only did rule that a 5-yard running into the punter penalty now, Gerard.
After the call. Now I'm very confused.
As am I. We need to get a mic down on the head referee so we can get...
Yeah, normally we do for these Sunbowls.
But it looks like, I mean, based on where the mark is down, if it were a 15-yard penalty, I think the Ravens have the ball at about the 30-yard line. But right now, the Bears have it at their own 5.
Yeah, when they were moving it, it looked like it was a 15, but I see they've taken the down marker to the other side, which means, it was a 15-yard, but from... So at least they keep possession of the ball, but they are in their own 5, and that's a lot of field to try and get to. And this is where the snaps that they've just had need to be fixed right now, because their quarterback is standing in the end zone.
Yeah, and you don't want to give the Ravens the ball again. A snap over the head would add 2 points to the score.
And they'd get the ball back.
Yeah.
So.
See the referees having another discussion. They probably heard your commentary, Gerard, and they're rethinking the penalty now.
I wish I had that sort of influence over referees.
Might have had a few other calls go your way while you were coaching.
But this is it. This is their chance. This is what we're saying. Like get a few plays together, switch on mentally, get your confidence up with a few plays.
They're spreading them out. They got 3 receivers, so see if they can soften up the Ravens defense. Rather manages to crowd the snap. She's looking left. She's going to throw it. No, she's going to keep it. Switches her hands. Tries to juke the defender. and manages to get out of bounds. Picks up about 7 yards on first down before she's brought down by your favorite.
Christy Moran, which was great defense. When you could see when she tried to cut in, Moran just slowed up but didn't turn her hips and forced her to the sideline, forced her where she wanted her to go. Great defense by the veteran.
She's the captain for a reason. 2nd and 3 now, 3.5. Riley across the snap. She's going to throw a quick slant. Oh, and the receiver drops it.
Yeah, it was just a little bit behind.
Is that Lolly Clifford? I think so. I think it just went behind her and couldn't quite corral it.
Third down and still manageable. They've got 2 downs to get 4 yards.
Got to be 4 down territory at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a Sun Bowl. There's only 4.5 left on the clock.
They've got, look at the size of the ball. That's not a running back because she doesn't know what she's doing, but they've just put her in to handle the ball and just pound forward for yards.
And she's going right up the gut.
And
that's Brody.
There you go. And like I said, if you see someone go low and take someone's knee out, it is Chrissy Torres.
Oh, very late flag. I wonder if there's an unsportsmanlike after the play. We'll see the discussion, but you're absolutely right. That's their big defensive lineman, Brody Gilbert, who's had some fantastic tackles in the backfield, manages to get the ball this time. But now we've got a penalty.
And she was tackled by the smallest person on the field. And again, more discipline issues.
That is really unfortunate. Brody got the first down, did not need anything after the play. I'm guessing she got a little chatty, and as a result, is going to cost her team 15.
Yeah, no, that's the sort of things I hate. Like, you're down and there's 4 minutes left. You may have got a 10, 20, 30, 40-yard run, but hey, you still got tackled and you're still down. Get up, shut up, get back in the huddle, help your team, and now you've just undone all the good work that you could have made.
It is actually only a half the distance, so they'll take the ball at the 9-yard line. It's a first down for the Bears. So
she's still in the background, in the backfield, so let's see if they just keep trying to pound it.
She is going to do an option, and she's going to pitch it outside to Brody, who's running hard, manages to get forward for about a yard. So they've rotated running backs, the Bears. I think this is running back number 4 or 5 by my count, Gerard?
Yeah, 4. As far as I know, it was 4.
But the clock is running.
But it's interesting that they went for the pitch play with this big back who obviously doesn't play a lot of back. You can tell just by where she's lining up in her stance. And
I think the Bears must be just trying to do something different.
I thought they would have brought like Eleanor in for those sorts of plays.
High snap. Riley's going to find space. Looking up. She's going to throw it. She's still got time. Oh, and it's dropped by the receiver. That's Kayla Alsop. Couldn't quite corral it. And the Bears have been plagued by a couple drops throughout the day today.
I have to say, if getting no flags on the offensive line for these passes, they're doing a really good job of staying disciplined, because when I see her pull the ball back to pass it, I'm kind of like, wait a minute, you've got to have someone downfield, but all line are staying disciplined. Well done.
And Riley moves around so much in the backfield. There's such a 50-50 chance she could take off and run, or just pull it and throw it.
Their offensive line kind of needs like mirrors on their helmets to see behind them. One eye on the defender and just one eye on the wing mirror, just to see what the hell the quarterback's doing.
Well, she's such an athlete, Riley. That's why she made the all-decade team. And she doesn't have a lot of time left here to get the Bears back in this game. There's 3 minutes and 13 seconds, so if they're going to convert, they're going to have to do it quickly. Now, she's shown the ability to have a big play. I mean, she had the really, really long run, which unfortunately was brought back by a penalty, but we know that she's got that capability.
And at the game, I'll just have a shout out to more of the team of the decade that have come down to support. Ellie Sharman is here watching. I've seen Brandy. Brandy's actually on the down marker, so her work isn't done. Brandy Klukas also on the post. It forgot to say that she also started at the Spartans. And Megan is here as well.
So a lot of the team is turning out for this Sun Bowl. It's a nice, tight-knit community, the Gridiron Southeast Queensland teams. But for now, we'll have to see if Riley can help out her team. takes the snap. She's looking to throw it. Winds up, lets a rip, and is just below the receiver. Couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, I thought it was a good read. She came open, but I think there was just too much pressure in her face, too quick. Affected her pass. And now it's 4th down, so I don't know. Would you
4th and 9, there's 3 minutes left.
bother punting?
You probably have to go for it.
We're now down, it's 3 minutes and 9 seconds, and they're down a lot.
36, they've got their 8th in there.
This kind of shows the mentality as well.
They're looking like they're setting up for a punt.
They're about to get flagged for a delay of game.
Nope, they're spreading them out. Yeah, they're going to get flagged.
Yeah,
There's
there
the
you
flag.
go. So now, if they were planning on going for it, instead of being 4th and 10, it's now 4th and 15. Or was that? Yeah, no, it'll be 4th and 15.
Yeah, they took a little too much time getting that late substitution in to make sure they had their 8th player, and then they had to recoup after that.
Well, it's weird
Regroup.
because they lined up, then substituted, and lined up, and then huddled.
Either way, it's going to be one last chance.
Oh, and they must have called a timeout because they haven't moved the...
Pulled the flag back in.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's been a very late timeout.
The flag was thrown, but the ball wasn't marked, so there must have been a timeout just before. Let's just go with that.
4th and 9 for the Bears. Might be their last chance. What's Riley going to do? She's rolling out to her left. She's going to throw it. She's going to pull it. She's going to come back to the right side. There's a lot of space, and she's got speed. There goes Riley off the right side. Blows past a defender. Blows past another defender. Gets tripped up and is brought down at the 20-yard line. Great improvisation by Riley Hodgson.
Again, just making something out of nothing. You can see number 6, the receiver on this side, just stood there, didn't give her anything to look for. And so she just pulled it and ran.
She looked to the left, had a nice pump fake on Ashley, and then pulled around the right side and outran at least 2 defenders. But I think Christy ended up getting enough of her ankle to bring her down.
At least gave enough time for Sienna to get across.
We've got a stoppage now.
The chain has fallen off of the chain thing.
So we got an
The
official-
lollipop chain is not on the chain.
They've reset it. 2 minutes and 37 seconds here in the 4th quarter. Bears are driving. See if they got one last gasp.
Still have their linemen in with the unconventional stance.
High snap. They are going to hand it off to Brody, but she gets met immediately by the Ravens defense.
The snap got there, it floated, and then all the offense went past the D line, and so by the time the running back got the ball, she ran into a wall that had just closed. It was amusing to watch.
Riley's shown an ability to corral a lot of these snaps which are going either high or low, but it throws off the timing, doesn't it?
It does. It's especially when you've got a running back in who doesn't play running back. Like, their timing's already going to be messed up. Like, there's no mesh point at all.
And the Bears are still taking their time.
Their offense need to actually stop that first line of penetration. They just they made their own offensive line.
Another high snap. She's going to see if she can get a lead block from Brody. See if she can get to the outside. She switches hands. Is shoved out. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Moran again.
So we've got a 3rd and 11 now. Minute 33 left. See if the Bears can engineer. Score to get closer back in.
I think Sienna might have the most yards, but I think Riley has done the most running.
She's had to run a lot, even to get just a few small yards here and there. Running back switching position. She's got 3 receivers. Whoop. Well, we got a false start. It's going to set the Bears back 5.
I think that was on the running back. But yeah,
Yep.
These are things that happen. Like, she's playing out of position. It's hard to blame her.
She's used to being an absolute wall in the defensive line, but you're in the desperation here. You got to do what you can as an offense.
And when you look at like the way their offense is set up, it was for a big running back to get
Yeah,
vertical,
for Dell,
and it's
right?
like when she's gone down, and then our second running back, who's also like a downhill runner. They've just put a similar body type in to try and make their plays work.
Difficult adjustment. It's a 3rd and 15 once again. She's going to let her rip as Riley. And it is caught! Is that Lolly Clifford? It's either Lolly Clifford or
It is.
Malika Lancaster. I couldn't quite see. Really late flag, though. See if we can see on the replay who grabs that.
It was Lolly, number 6.
It was Lolly.
I don't know what the
corralled it.
flag is for, though.
It was very late. Wonder about a late hit on sportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, it was on Chrissy.
On sportsmanlike
It's-
conduct, that should give the Bears a first down.
It's on Chrissy-like. It's what happens when you have 2 kids. Take it out on the field.
Get a lot of aggression built up. But it is going to put the Bears in scoring position from the 7-yard line. We'll see if they can cash it in. Only a minute and 20 left on the clock. She's got 2 receivers to the left, and she's got Brody Gilbert, that big defensive lineman, playing running back right now. Riley Hodson takes the snap.
And
Fakes it. She's looking to her left. Can she find some space? Oh, takes the pounding, but still manages. Ooh, then we got a late hit. She was out of bounds.
And you can see now that they've got that big running back in, you can see that the Ravens defense are kind of loading the middle of the box.
That was quite a just elbow to push off a defender, but then she gets out of bounds and then is tackled definitely late. Definitely going to be another penalty that's going to bring the Bears really on the doorstep of another touchdown.
Yeah, that was so far out of bounds they've called border control. And the Ravens have called a timeout with 1:07 left on the clock. And again, these snaps are just, they're not helping out Riley. Like, she's not getting the plays that she wants, and she's not choosing to keep the ball. She doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, the defensive line really gets a lot of pressure on her. Now, they should march this off. I think it's half the distance. So that should bring them even closer, probably to about the 3.5-yard line. Unless they do that after the timeout.
I don't know. The referees, I think someone is trying to get their smartphone out and work out what half of something is. Dear ChatGPT, what's half of 7?
That's right. If AI can't figure it out, then no one can.
The referees don't watch this, do they? No.
Well, we'll see how we go. The Ravens took a timeout. Clearly have to regroup after back-to-back unsportsmanlike, unsportsmanlike penalty. Then you get the personal foul. Really, I think they're just trying to maintain their composure. I think the timeout was probably a good idea by the coaching staff there.
Yeah, which Chrissy, you'll see Chrissy will be talking to everyone in defense now, setting them up, getting them in positions, telling them what to do. They got the big back in, so they're going to try and just cram the middle.
Takes a snap, another high snap. She's going to hand it off. No, she's going to fake it. She's going to pull and go. Same play, running around the left side. See if she can get some more distance. She can. She picks up about 2. Oh, we got an injured player.
See, at this point, I wouldn't even bother with the running back. Just stand in front of me, and as soon as the ball snapped, go hit someone. They just play her as a fullback and just direct snap and run.
I think that's Lolly Clifford who's down now. Hate to see this with a minute left in the game. Yet another injury on the Bears. Yeah, I think that's Lolly. I recognize her mom coming out there.
Okay, we have 1 minute and 1 second to go. If you're still watching, thanks for hanging in.
The Bears have been driving. A couple penalties have helped them get just on the doorstep. They're down at about the 5-yard line.
Let's see what's happening in the comments section. That's always a fun area to go to.
Oh, they're calling it At this point, with the injury timeout, the refs have made it official.
Oh, yes, 8:50. We couldn't go any longer.
Your Bayside Ravens are now back-to-back Sunbowl champions. An unfortunate ending, having to end the game with an injury, and we had that long pause for another injury. But a huge congratulations to the Ravens. Gerard, this now gives them 4 of the 10 championships that have been played here in the Queensland League.
Yes, and they have now won more than, I think the Rays were second, Jets have got 2, Thunder have 1, and as you can see, they've lifted Moran on the shoulder, and she will be ugly crying right now.
Well, she's had a fantastic career, an all-decade player, and obviously we wish her the best in her retirement.
Yeah, she's going to be a huge loss to the sport. Well, she's retiring from playing. Let's see what she's still going to be playing flag. And who knows if she hangs around, coaches, does whatever. But yeah, it's been a great 10 years with Moran, and she goes out as she came in.
Well, as one
A winner.
great champion goes out as well, we might have seen the emergence of one in Sienna Turnbull with her 3 touchdowns throughout the course of the day today.
Yeah, and it just made me think, Riley Douglas, we didn't see her.
She had the first touchdown on that first drive, but then really, yeah, it became the Sienna show after that.
Yeah, well, I don't think she came on the field. I think she must have. I know
got
she's
injured
been.
when she was playing defense.
She did, but she actually got injured weeks ago. Both of her quads.
Right.
So she has been carrying that injury, and it would have to be pretty serious for her to not finish the game. But yeah, I don't think we even saw her in the second half.
You're absolutely right, Gerard. But Sienna stepped up and made the plays. Those jet sweeps were really the difference for that Ravens offense. Bears couldn't quite keep up with that.
And I think we both agreed before even the fourth quarter that it would be a miracle for someone to take MVP off Sienna.
Yeah, she's earned it. The way she played. There's no doubt who the MVP was today.
And I just want to have a shout out to Alex, who stepped up as offensive coordinator for the team this year and called a great game. She found what was working, started making plays off of it, and just found massive holes. Great work, Alex.
She's player, coach, and paramedic, as I understand as well.
Yeah, and she's done all 3 tonight.
The triple crown for the Ravens captain. And an all-decade player in her own right. So the lineup for the customary handshake.
I'm getting abuse. Apparently, Cody Fuller and Tricky are here, and give them a goddamn shout out. And now James Calishaw is calling me.
All right, well, I think final congratulations. Well done to the Ravens. Well done to the Bears. We wish our injured players well, obviously. But at this point, I think it's a fantastic season, fantastic Sun Bowl. And we'll catch you next year, everyone.